Hello friends, have a nice day. This is Professor Dr. G.S. Vajire from Department of Electronics, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Friends, today's topic for discussion is amplitude modulation. Friends, in last lecture already we have discussed about the definitions of modulation and its necessity. But for the sake of your better understanding, we can define modulation in brief as the process of changing some characteristics like amplitude, frequency or phase of the carrier signal in accordance with the instantaneous value of modulating signal is called as modulation. Basically, there are two types of modulation. First is analog modulation and second is digital modulation. Further, this analog modulation is classified in three types. First is amplitude modulation, second is phase modulation, and third is frequency modulation. Similarly, the second, that means digital modulation, is classified in four types. First is pulse code modulation, second is differential pulse code modulation, third is adaptive delta modulation, and fourth, it is delta modulation. We will discuss all this modulation in subsequent lectures. Let us discuss these three types of analog modulation. First is amplitude modulation. In amplitude modulation, the amplitude of high frequency carrier is varied in accordance with an instantaneous value of modulating signal, keeping the frequency and phase of carrier signal constant. That means in amplitude modulation, the amplitude of carrier signal is varied in accordance with the instantaneous value of modulating signal. These words are important, and in this particular case, the frequency and phase of carrier signal is kept constant. That means only amplitude of carrier signal is going to change. In second type, I mean to say frequency modulation, the frequency of carrier signal is varied, is changed in accordance with the instantaneous value of modulating signal, keeping the amplitude and phase of carrier signal constant. Of course, in this FM, the frequency of carrier signal is changed and its amplitude and phase of carrier are kept constant. And in third type, I mean to say in phase modulation, the phase of high frequency carrier signal is varied or changed in accordance with an instantaneous value of modulating signal. The amplitude and frequency of the carrier signal are kept constant. Now let us discuss in detail about amplitude modulation. Try to concentrate on this figure. The first figure, this is information signal, or we can say this is a modulating signal. Secondly, this is carrier wave or carrier signal, and third, this is amplitude modulated signal. Now obviously this modulating signal is having low frequency, this carrier signal is having somewhat high frequency, and of course the amplitude modulated signal is also having frequency of carrier signal. And according to amplitude modulation definition, the amplitude of this carrier signal is going to change in accordance with the amplitude of modulating signal, and these changes are shown in this third figure as a amplitude modulated signal. So as per our definition, we are going to superimpose this modulating signal over this carrier signal so that the amplitude of this carrier signal will change and other two parameters, that means frequency and phase of carrier signal, will remain constant. As shown in this modulating signal, This is particular amplitude of this modulating signal. In second case, I mean to say in carrier signal, this particular height, it is amplitude of this carrier signal, and we are going to superimpose this modulating signal on this carrier signal. Now in this process, the overall height of this carrier signal will change, and that changes are in accordance with the amplitude of modulating signal. So particularly we can say that there is high value of amplitude of modulating signal. At every that point, the amplitude modulated signal will also having high value, and at every low value of amplitude signal there will be low value of amplitude modulated signal. For example, if we take this particular instant of signal in all cases, then we can say that at this point the amplitude of modulating signal is high. That's why the respective changes in amplitude modulated signal, they are also having high value at this particular instant. And the second value like this, then we can say that at this instant there is low value of modulating signal, and that's why there is also respective changes of low value in amplitude modulated signal. So it is very clear that the amplitude of this modulated wave, it is going to change according to the amplitude of modulating signal. Now come to the expression part of AM wave. The carrier signal can be represented mathematically as EC equals to capital EC into sine omega CT. Let us take this as equation number 1. And same way we can say the modulating signal can be represented by EM equals to capital EM into sine omega MT. Let us take this equation number 2. In equation 1, this capital EC is amplitude of carrier signal, and this omega CT is angular frequency. And in the same way, in equation 2, this capital EM is amplitude of modulating signal, and omega MT is angular frequency of modulating signal. Now according to the definition of amplitude modulation, we have to superimpose this modulating signal, that means this equation 2, over carrier signal, that means equation 1. Amplitude modulated signal can be expressed like EAM equals to capital EC plus EM into sine omega CT. In this equation, this capital EC is the amplitude of carrier signal, and this amplitude is going to change in accordance with the amplitude of modulating signal, or we can say instantaneous value of modulating signal. That's why we have shown like this. Now in this expression, we have to substitute the value of small EAM from equation 2 above, and then we will write it equals to EC plus EM into sine omega MT into sine omega CT. Now we have to split these terms by multiplying this complete bracket by this sine omega CT. So we get two separate terms. First as EC into sine omega CT, and second term as EM into sine omega MT into sine omega CT. Now we have to further simplify these terms, and we can write the first term as it is EC sine omega CT plus, now here we are taking the ratio of EC by EC, that means exactly there will be no change in the term, but we have to adjust few terms, and the remaining term is as it is, which is EM into sine omega MT into sine omega CT. Next we can write the same equation as EC sine omega CT as it is plus M into EC into sine omega MT into sine omega CT. Here we have taken this value of M as, by this equation, M equals to EM by EC. As we know, EM is amplitude of modulating signal and EC is amplitude of carrier signal. So the same term we can write EC into sine omega ct plus MEC into sine omega ct into sine omega mt. In the next part we can write the first term as it is, which is EC sine omega ct plus MEC as it is. And now for this next part we have to use the formula of trigonometry as sin x into sin y equals to cos x minus y minus cos of x plus y upon 2. So we have to use this formula for these two terms. So by proper application of this formula we can write these terms as cos omega ct minus omega mt minus cos of omega ct plus omega mt upon 2. And finally again we have to split this bracket in two separate terms. Finally we can write this equation as EAM equals to EC into sine omega ct, this was the carrier signal as it is, plus second term as MEC by 2 into cos of omega ct minus omega mt, and third term as minus MEC by 2 into cos of omega ct plus omega mt. So let us take this equation 3, and actually this is final expression for amplitude modulated wave. Now in this equation we are getting three separate terms. First term, which is EC into sine omega ct, which is a carrier signal, in short we call it as CS. Second term, it is MEC by 2 into cos of omega ct minus omega mt, and this is called as lower sideband, in short it is LSB, because this is the difference of these two frequencies. That means difference of carrier frequency and modulating frequency, and ultimately this difference is of low value as compared to carrier signal. Similarly, the third term, it is MEC by 2 into cos of omega ct plus omega mt. This is called as upper sideband, in short it is called as USB. Here the addition of this omega ct and omega mt, it is of course more value than the carrier signal, and that's why it is called as upper sideband. So finally we can say that in above equation number 3, which is expression for amplitude modulated wave, and this modulated signal contains three terms. First term is carrier signal, the second term is lower sideband, and third term is upper sideband signals. In above expression we have taken the value of small m, and this small m, it is taken as the modulation index, and the modulation index is given by the value m equals to EM by EC. Of course this EM is amplitude of modulating signal and EC is amplitude of carrier signal. So we can define this modulation index as the ratio of amplitude of modulating signal to amplitude of carrier signal. So it is defined here as peak value of modulating signal upon peak value of carrier signal. We can also draw the frequency spectrum of amplitude modulation. As we know, the amplitude modulated signal, it consists of three components. The first component, it is carrier signal with frequency Fc. The second signal, lower sideband with frequency of Fc minus Fm, and third component, it is upper sideband with frequency of Fc plus Fm. And these three frequencies we can show in this frequency spectrum as follow. And this particular figure is called as frequency spectrum of AM wave. In this frequency spectrum, across x-axis frequency is taken, and across y-axis amplitude of the signal is taken. On frequency axis at center there is carrier signal with frequency fc. On its lower side there is a lower side band with frequency fc minus fm, and on right side there is upper side band with frequency fc plus fm. In technical way, the bandwidth is defined as the difference between lower side band and upper side band. So this frequency difference, it is taken as bandwidth. And in case of amplitude modulation, this bandwidth is always 2 times of modulating frequency. Actually, I wanted to show the screenshot of CRO that indicates the amplitude and frequency changes in amplitude modulated wave, but due to some mismatching of CRO and mobile software, it is going to flicker, but still the effects are shown. Here there is modulating signal and here there is a frequency spectrum. So let's stop here. Thank you very much.